Hello, everybody. Jeff Reinhart here, LMP and Lancaster Online. Welcome in to the Week 10 edition of the LL League Football Podcast. It's the Huddle, sponsored by Auto House of Lancaster. We have reached the finish line. There's so much going on in Week 10. My head is bulging, overflowing with LL League football notables here about Week 10. There's just a ton going on. Great matchups across the board. Section titles will be settled, and we're going to have some ties. District spots will be gobbled up. Just a fabulous week, Week 10. And we get an early start. There's a Thursday game. So let's jump in. The Week 10 card is ready to go. Boy, I picked a lot of road teams this week. A nugget and a pick, Week 10, and away we go. Thursday night. It's the Cedar Bowl, Lebanon at Cedar Crest for the trophy, backyard rivals. Crest is probably safe for districts. They're at number 8 in 6A, 8 go. And number 9, Dallastown, has to win and jump some people. But Crest looks safe, knock on glass to make districts. They get a Lebanon squad that now has a 30-game losing streak and looking for some anything positive they can take into the offseason. Hope to be at this game Thursday night. I haven't seen a Cedar Bowl in a long time, but I hope to be over there on Thursday night. I'm going to go Crest. Falcons win, get a little for districts. Cedar Crest over Lebanon. Okay. Everything else is Friday night, 7 o'clock. Reading at Hempfield. Man, Hempfield needs a win here. What are they at? 5 losses in a row, which is kind of a head scratcher in Landisville. I don't know if they saw this coming. We knew they were going to retool a little bit, but I also think we all thought that they were going to be a district team. Not going to happen. So no districts, no section repeat for the Black Knights. They get a Reading team that's also on a losing streak, and they'd love a little positive as well. But I'm going to go Hempfield. I'll take home team. I think the Black Knights get a little good taste in their mouth moving towards the winners. Let's go Hempfield over Reading. Oh my, Manheim Township at Wilson. Hello. This is for all the marbles in Section 1. They're tied atop the Section 1 standings. Winner here wins Section 1 gold outright. Wilson's won, 6 in a row, 7 in a row. They're playing really good. Tommy Hunsicker has a chance to go over 2,000 passing yards in this game. Township's first in the league in many categories, including total defense. They're a plus 15 or 16 in turnover margin. Hayden Johnson will go for 2,000 passing yards in this game. Love what the Streaks are doing. Love this rivalry. Seems like it always comes down to these two teams at the end, like it will this year. And I'm going to go Township. I just cannot pick against the Streaks right now. They are just scorching, and they are cruising past everybody here. We'll see if Wilson can punch him in the mouth. But I'm going to go Streaks over Bulldogs. McCaskey at Penn Manor. Again, a lot of, hey, we could use some going into the off-season games this week. McCaskey and Penn Manor would love a fast finish. Penn Manor took one on the chin against Township last week, 59-0. McCaskey lost to Wilson last week when the Bulldogs won their 600th career game in program history. Congrats on that. I'm going to go McCaskey here. I have the Tornadoes circled. I love what they've done up top this year. And now they're going to get a turf game over in Millersville. Red Tornado over Comets. Conestoga Valley at Muhlenberg. CV knocked off Exeter last week. Got to cover that. CV won straight up legit. They were really good in the rain in Whitmer. Isaiah Sensenig popped a kick return, 88 yards. Jaden Johnson, game-winning 58-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter. Bucks played great. They get a struggling Muhlenberg team here. Road trip for CV, yes, but the Bucks see the playoffs. They're safely in that 5A bracket. They'll play for a seed here. Buckskins over Mules. Manheim Central at Exeter. Wow. Barons have already clinched a tie for the section championship. They're 28th overall in LL history. That's pretty good. That's second behind Wilson, which has 29, looking for 30. Barons get a tie no matter no matter what here. Exeter suffered its first loss last week against CV in a great back-and-forth game battle. Exeter beat Central last year in Mannheim, late game heroics. Nathan Pashley got a pick in the end zone. Exeter thwarted the Barons and won it. Exeter needs a win here to force a tie for section gold. If the Barons win, they get it outright. Love what Michael Torres did last week. Backup running back thrust into a starting spot last week against Mifflin. Rushed for 257 and 4 touchdowns. I like the Barons here. I've seen both these teams now live. I've had eyeballs on both of them. Central's just really scorching right now and playing great, and they have a ton of revenge on their mind. They have the payback spot here for this game. I'll go Central over Exeter. Warwick at Governor Mifflin. Back-to-back huge wins for Warwick. Oh my gosh, they've scored 117 points in the last 2 weeks. Their defense is playing great. They forced 6 turnovers in the last 2 games. Mifflin coming off a shutout loss against Mannheim Central. Both of these teams are bubbles for 5A, and they're both on the outside looking in. So whoever wins this will need somebody else to lose, probably in front of them, to have any chance to get in 5A and districts. I have Warwick circled. I'm going to ride the Warriors defense another week. Warwick over Governor Mifflin. Fleetwood at Daniel Boone, all Berks County, scrap. I have Fleetwood circled. Zion Brickle. Wow. Rushed for 318 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions last week. Single game program record, 318 rushing yards against Solanco. Wow. They're getting a Boone team that, again, has been up and down, looking for positive Mo. Like I said, I got Fleetwood circled. I think they're going to ride Brickle again for another week on the turf at Boone. So I'm going to go Tigers, Fleetwood over Blazers. Elizabethtown at Ephrata. Let me get you the Section 3 scenario real quick. Ephrata, Garden Spot, Twin Valley are tied for first in the loss column. They each have 1 loss. Twin Valley's already done. They posted if Ephrata beats E-Town and if Garden Spot beats Solanco, there would be a 3-way tie for the Section 3 championship. Ephrata gets E-Town at home at the War. Ephrata's been playing great ever since their loss to Garden Spot. They beat Twin Valley. Angel Colazzo's been great. Sam McCracken's been great. Knowles, Keller, the whole crew. Braden Brown's had a great season at running back, stepping in for Andre Weidman. I like Ephrata here at home. I think they see the finish line. They see a section championship piece of pie, and they see their first district trip since 1987. Wow. Mounts over Bears. Solanco at Garden Spot. Love Solanco's running game. Johnny Garcia, again, had a huge game last week against Fleetwood. But I like Garden Spot at home. Quarterback Kai Harding needs 35 rushing yards for 1,000 pass, 1,000 rush season. It would be his second in a row. Wow. Spartans over Mules. Non-league, Twin Valley at home plays Hatboro Horsham. The Hatters coming in from District 1 to take on Twin Valley. Twin Valley snapped back just fine last week after their loss. Scored 54 against Boone. Still has the top offense in the league. Still has the top rushing number in the league. And Drew Engel and Evan Johnson are now both in the 1,000-yard club rushing this season. That's pretty great. Hatboro Horsham's 5-4, looking for a winning season. Big deal, you say? They were 1-20 heading into this season, and now they have a 5-win season, so good for those guys. But I'll go Raiders at home. Twin Valley over the Hatters. Elko at Berks Catholic. Both teams right around the cut lines in District 3. Elko's in right now in 4A. Berks Catholic is out in 3A, so this is kind of a de facto playoff game for the Saints. They're going to need a win and help to make the 3A bracket. Jake Williams did not play last week. Elko beat Donegal 12-0. Rainy night, raw night. Jake Williams did not play. He got no carries. We'll see if he plays this week. I have the Saints circled at home. I had to look at this for an hour. But Berks Catholic sees a playoff spot there. They get a home game. Bradley's been good running the ball. Gumby's been good running the ball. Garcia's been good running the ball. Coin toss game. I'm going to go Saints. Ooh, Berks Catholic over Elko. Cocalico at Conrad Weiser. Eagles have clinched at least a tie for the section championship. They're alone in first. That's 15 section championships for the Eagles. If they win at Weiser on Friday, they wrap it up. Dane Horning. He got the start last week at fullback. Sam Steffi did not get any carries last week for Cocalico. Not sure why. We'll see if he's back in there this week. Dane Horning, 201 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns. Well done, sir. Eagles here. They clinch it outright. Cocalico over Weiser. Donegal at Octorara. Both teams will lug a 7-game losing streak into this one. So somebody's going to be happy. Somebody's going to get a W. Somebody's going to be happy to get back in the weight room on Monday afternoon. And I have the Indians circled. They've had so many injuries, and I know they want to finish fast with a full roster. We'll see if that happens, but I'm going to go Indians over Braves. What a game this is. No doubt. Wyomissing at Lampeter Strasburg. Wow. If there weren't so many championship games on the board, this would easily be the game of the week. Wyo's bounced back fine since the Cocalico loss. LS's defense, back-to-back shutouts. They've only given up 61 points in 9 games, which is incredible. Second-ranked total defense in the league. They have been gnarly good on defense. Wow. Now they get a YO team that loves to run the ball, and they'll get a turf game at LS. I have the Pioneers circled. Having seen both of these teams live now, I think LS's D off the edge is quick, and up front they can fill gaps. So I'm going to go Pioneers. LS over Wyomissing. Enville Cleona at Northern Lebanon. Dutchman fell to Schuylkill Valley last week in that big first place game, 14-13, close. So Anvil needs a win here at Northern Lebanon, and they need Lancaster Catholic to beat Schuylkill Valley. If that scenario happens, Anvil Cleona would get a piece of the Section 5 championship. I have the Dutchmen circled. Northern Lebanon's been good. They've been pesky. They've been tricky. They've taken teams to the wire. They've won games. But I like Anvil's rushing attack here, and they know they can get a piece of the pie if Lancaster Catholic can help. Anvil Cleona also looking to wrap up the 1 seed in District 3 2A. I'll go Dutchman here, AC over Northern Lebanon. Hamburg at Columbia. A couple of quick Columbia stats. Oh my. Stud Campbell, their linebacker, has 143 tackles in 9 weeks. He had 17 last week in a win over Kutztown. 143 tackles. That's amazing. He's been amazing. And Cameron McClare, their freshman quarterback, went over 1,500 passing yards last week. And Artie Poindexter has 17 catches for 460 yards and 6 TD catches in the last 2 games. Wow. Hamburg defensive backs. Yo, heads up. I have Hamburg circled here. They're on the outside looking in D3 3A. They're going to need a win and help to make that bracket. But I love Hamburg's passing attack. Tyler Shuey's over 2,400 passing yards. And I think Hamburg will have a little bit more offense here. Hawks over Tide. 2 more. Kutztown at Pequay Valley. 2 programs that have just been retooling and building and coming along here the last X amount of years. Both have had some ups and downs this year. Both have had some wins and did some great things. And both of them have some losses and not so great weeks. I have Kutztown circled. I think they can win this game in the trenches, and they have a lot of good kids who have been running the ball. Ackley has a chance for 1,000. Mason Sherry's back, and he can really run the ball. PV run defense will be tested here, but I'm going to go Cougars. Kutztown over Pequay Valley. Last game, and it's a big one. Schuylkill Valley at Lancaster Catholic. Welcome home, Bruce Harbach, bringing his Panthers to Lancaster to take on the Crusaders. He will coach in his old stomping grounds. Harbach led Catholic to state titles in 2009 and 2011. Wow. And he will be back on familiar sidelines on Friday night. Schuylkill Valley has clinched no worse than a tie for the section title, their first section championship of any kind in pigskin school history. Good for those guys. If they beat Catholic, they win it outright. If Catholic wins, they get a piece of a section title. And that would also trigger, if Anvil wins, it would be a 3-way tie. Simple scenario. Schuylkill Valley wins. They win it outright. I have Schuylkill Valley circled. I think the Panthers take care of business. They were great against Ambo-Cleona. Jeff Reinhart is back running the ball. I'm going to go Panthers here. SV over LC. Okay, Week 10 winners. Thursday night. Don't forget, Thursday night. Cedar Crest, Hempfield, Manheim Township, McCaskey, CV, Manheim Central, Warwick, Fleetwood, Ephrata, Garden Spot, Twin Valley, Berks Catholic. That's going to be a close game. Cocalico, Donegal, LS, Ambo-Cleona, Hamburg, Kutztown, Schuylkill Valley. Week 10 winners. Okay, Thursday night, I hope to see you in Lebanon for Cedars at Cedar Crest and the Cedar Bowl. Friday night, I'm headed to Reading. I'm going to check out the Barons and Exeter for the Section 3 championship. We'll see if the Barons can clinch it outright or if Exeter can force a tie and make it back-to-back section crowns. Week 10, great stuff. Great matchups. Section titles will be decided. District 3 playoff berths will be decided. We'll have all the coverage over the weekend. Lancaster Online. Check out the football page. We'll have everything. Who won? What were the scores? And who's where? And who's headed to the playoffs? Good stuff for Week 10. Okay. Thanks again, Auto House of Lancaster, for the sponsorship. I'll be back next week to chat playoffs. Week 11. We'll see how many LL teams get in, and we'll break it all down next week. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, gang. I will talk to you soon. Thanks.